don't know about you, but it is Wednesday, hump day, and I am so excited to be home. After this week, I think I'm going to stay home for the next 7 days, but I'm super excited that I'm not only here with you, my Childcare Millionaires family, but with my good friend, Rahul Beri. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. It's your girl, B Woods, Brandy Woods, the Millionaire Midwife, and your Millionaire Childcare Success Coach. So we'll give everybody a second to come on in, to say hello, to say good evening. We know that many of you are rushing home from your centers just now to see your family, but we have something very special for you. And for the next few weeks, oh yes, I will see you Sunday. You're right. And for the next few weeks, we will be bringing on some special friends to talk to the Childcare Millionaires family. So if you're excited, you can do two things. One, you can tag another childcare owner and let them shake them and say, "Girl, where are you at? B Woods is on. B Woods is on." And the other thing that you can do is you can share this video. Sharing is caring. What we're going to talk about tonight will help any childcare owner or business owner in the management of their systems. And I'm going to spill some tea, honey. So if you're ready for me to spill some tea, to tell you a little bit of what me and Raul got going on, please make sure that you share this video and say hello. Tonight is going to be on and popping, as the kids say. One of the things I want to talk about tonight before we get started with Raul is the Childcare Millionaires Conference. Now, many of you know that the Childcare Millionaires Conference is going on in 17 days. Today is the last day to book your room in our hotel block, and we are down to a whopping, I believe, 5 live seats, but we have opened up a live stream, and I want to make sure that you are there and you're in the place. So if you cannot travel to Houston, that does not mean that you have to miss all the goodness, the deliciousness, the information, and the collaboration of the conference. Of course, we would rather you come in person, but you can actually come to the conference from the comfort of your own home or your own office. And check this out. Check this out. What we're doing for the next 25 people, and anyone who's already bought their live stream tickets, for everybody else, this will not happen. You will get the replays for free. This is our fast action bonus. So you can go to Childcare Events, and you can look at the virtual and the live tickets. You can go to Childcare Events. I just put it in the chat. And the code that you can use to get 50% off of your live stream ticket is Hot News. It's Hot News. It's all one word. Code Hot News for 50% off your live stream ticket. So listen, that's the best I can do. If you have any other excuse, I don't know. I don't know what else I can do. So we've sold out. We opened more tickets. We sold out twice. Let me clarify this. We sold out twice, and then we added more seats, and then we added more seats, and now we're to the point where we didn't want to stop the party, so we decided to go ahead and do live stream. Thanks to my good friend Raul and our other sponsors, we're able to have live stream for you. So you can go to Childcare Events, put the code in Hot News for 50% off virtual tickets. So we hope to see you in the place. We hope to see you in the place. So that's all of the news that I have about the conference. I want to quickly say you guys rocked it out at the Iconic Boot Camp. Whoa, we had a great time with that whole summit, just really reflecting and thinking about ourselves as a leader. So when I begin to think about what other things we need to do in leadership, that brought me to bring Rahul on tonight so we can talk all things childcare management. So we're going to do a quick survey. And I need you guys to participate. So if you're ready, say ready. If you are ready, say ready in the chat, because this survey is going to help us know exactly where you are when it comes to your management skills in childcare. Now, when these management skills I'm talking about right now have nothing to do with your people skills, right? It really has to do with the effectiveness and the efficiency of your automation. All right. So if you're ready for the test, go ahead and put ready, because we are all going to participate. If you take cash in your center, put yes in the chat. And if you do not, put no in the chat. Do you take cash at your center? If so, put yes in the chat. And if not, put no in the chat. I want to know. I'm going to be nosy. Yes. Sheena, good. She said no. I see yes. No. Yes. Very little. That's still a yes. It's very legal to take cash. I don't know who said it was illegal. Any business in the world that wants to take cash, barely, sometimes. Okay. All right. So, who wants to know how I save $15,000? I'm projected to save $15,000 with one slick trick. If you stay tuned tonight, we're going to let you know. All right, next question. Who has the ability to send out mass messages to everybody in case of an emergency? So you have a tornado, you have a hurricane. I am from the state of hurricanes. Or maybe you have a snow day, whatever. Can you send out mass messages to all of your parents at one time? If you can, type number 1. And if you cannot, type number 2. If you can, type number 1. And if you cannot, type number 2. I should only see 1s and 2s. No more yeses and nos. 1s and 2s. Someone says, but it's costly. Oh my goodness. We're going to help you out, Miss Bianca. You need to stay tuned because mine is not costly. Okay, I see a lot of 1s, a few 2s. Okay. Okay, I got another question. For this, you're just going to type a statement, right? You're going to type a statement. How many of you can send your staff their schedule electronically, not in Excel and not in Word, but you have a format to send your schedule out to all of your staff at the same time with a push of a button? Can you do that? Or let me know, how do you send your schedule to your staff? Hopefully you don't put text message. If so, I'm going to come through the computer and slap you. I'm just going to, what in the world? How are you currently sending out your schedules to your staff? I want to know. I'm being nosy. How do you get them those schedules, Felicia, Nakia, Annie, Sheena, Nichelle, Brenda, Tanya? How do you get them their schedules? I want to know. I keep seeing no's and 1s. How do you get them their schedule? I want to know how. Kelsey said, listen, I ain't no fool. Okay, keep going. Schedules are the same every week. Well, what if somebody is out? How do you verify that? If you're not there, how do other people know what their schedules are every week? Oh, Michelle, I knew somebody was out there texting. You see this? Michelle has told on all of you guys. You tell them weekly. You tell them how? Verbally? Do you expect for them to remember it? Messenger. Quinta, I haven't said this, but I'm not liking this. I am disappointed. Oh Lord, schedules are the same, but how do you know the schedule? Where is it housed? Verbal, Felicia. Oh Lord, schedules are fixed. They're fixed where? Where are they housed? Who knows where they're fixed? See, Michelle is telling you right now what the problem is. I love it. I love it. It's posted at the school. Now, this is the thing. That reminds me of my days I used to work at McDonald's. And I had to call or tell somebody to send me a picture of the schedule. Whew, okay. So I think that I have buttered the bread on both sides, and I think you're in the right place at the right time. So I'm going to bring up my good friend. I'm going to bring up my good friend, Rahul, and we're going to talk about how you can manage your center better. So help me welcome my friend, Rahul. Y'all give him some love in the chat. This is my favorite comment of the night. How are you doing, Rahul?
I am awesome today in the evening, Brandy. It's such a great excitement to be in this webinar in the evening. It's like the whole hard working day, and then in the evening, you suddenly get excited to make more millions.
You're right, exactly. And to be able to track those more millions.
That's
Now,
right.
I know that you are a great friend of Childcare Millionaires, and many people have been able to meet you in person at the conference, or you've been in webinars. But if they didn't know anything about you, go ahead and tell them a little bit about you, and what you and your wife Akriti do.
My wife Akriti runs three locations in San Jose, California. And something which nobody knows or very few people know is I do dishes every day in the evening, except weekends.
I love it.
That's my stress buster. It gives me some kind of thing like, doing the dishes in the evening, once at the end of the day, cleaning up everything. That's something which hardly people know. But yes, that's something I love to do it.
Well, listen, I have some dishes. If Akriti does not wake up, please, like, I already tell her that you're my work husband, so I feel like that she will be totally okay. Well, we're remodeling our home right now. I don't even know if I have a sink to wash a dish in, so I'll have to catch you next time. But I love the fact that you guys are center owners, because that makes what you do like so relevant for us here at Childcare Millionaires who are owners. But to be honest, all of us, we don't have a strong background in tech. And many of us have ran our business on paper for years. If you are a paper pusher, go ahead and put paper in the chat. If you are a paper pusher, you write everything down. You track your payments on paper. You write your notes on paper. You write your schedule on paper. If you're still out there killing trees, go ahead and put paper in the chat. We want to know who you are. So what you do is phenomenal. So I know that you have Pre to Three. What even made you think about, opening Pre to Three as a solution for childcare centers?
I think the biggest motivation was to uh, give back life to the childcare owners.
Wow.
They are so much working inside the centers that I really want to. Uh, I wish I could see them outside the facility enjoying the life, which so much of the children they work with, they're full of life. But if you see their lives, that's so much stressful. So it's that two poles apart. So maybe giving the life back, putting more time in their pocket. That's something which I would I I wanted to do, and that's why I making it simple for them to run the business. That's what made me start Pre to Three.
Well, I really love that, because I know that we dedicate 12, 14, sometimes 16 hours a day, to the children. And of course, the nasty part of business is we have to do paperwork. We have to charge for what we do. We have to do payroll. And to be able, like you say, to save time and to still have a quality of life, that's a big mission. I mean, Pre to Three definitely gives me my life. My assistant Daniel, he's on Pre to Three, 3 to 4 hours a day, checking things. He likes to see the payment percentage go up. He like calls the directors. Our goal is 80%. Well, we're not at 80 yet. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. So just knowing at all times where we are when it stands with our students, our enrollments, our payments, it definitely gives me peace of mind to make better decisions. So when you guys were first doing Pre to Three, and you guys were running the centers, and I know you work with centers all over the world, in Canada, in India. I know, you guys are not just stateside. What are some of the biggest struggles that you see center owners have?
Discipline in terms of adoption. They adopt a technology, but they're not disciplined enough to implement the technology or implement automation or implement any new tools which they are going to they're starting. That's one of the biggest challenge we faced. um, and with
Do you
Go ahead.
think do you think it's a technology gap, or do you think they're just not putting the time into it? And you guys can tell me in the chat, why don't you use the things you buy? Me and Raul, we really do want to know this. Why don't you use the things you buy? But is it because you don't know how to use it, or you just haven't set time? You let me know. But Raul, what do you think? What is your hypothesis?
Uh, so, working with a lot of childcare centers, I believe that they are overwhelmed with work. That is one big challenge which they have in consistently using or implementing the technology which they buy. The second uh, challenge is the lack of discipline. Like if you buy a technology, you need to technology would cost say $10 or $20, but you need to invest your time to make technology work for you. It's like QuickBooks might cost you just $30-40, but if you don't put the data, if you don't put the right amount of efforts into it, if you don't connect your bank accounts, if you don't connect your credit cards, it's not going to give you any kind of reports. Same thing is with any technology. And I think the biggest setback over here is they're so much overwhelmed with their own business that they hardly get time to uh, put take out invest the time in making the technology work for them.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And one thing I'm going to say to you guys, you got to stop being an army of one. I'm going to say this again and again. You have to allow people in your organization to help you. And the reason why I say this, listen, Raul, I have never put in an invoice. And now I know that I could figure it out if I needed to. But one of my staff members, he was like, it only takes 30 minutes, 30 seconds. And I was like, really? I don't have 30 seconds. And he was able to put in all 190 of our students in about 2 hours. 190 students. I was like, you're done? He's like, yeah, I'm done. It would have took me forever because that's not even a task that I should be doing. So I'm going to say to you guys, anytime you have a new initiative, buddy up with someone on your staff. Assign someone on your staff that initiative because they will be happy to do something extra. To them, it's something that they do with ease. So don't be so constrained by your time and by your ability. Ask for help. And the one thing I love about Pre to Three, you cannot reach out to them and they don't call you right back. I mean, Stephanie is going to be like, how can I help you? I'm like, oh, Stephanie, I needed 5 minutes. I'm still cooking spaghetti. I mean, their speed of response is super quick. So I'm going to ask those of you who are in the chat, where do you feel like you're spending most of your time? Because I find, Raul, that owners, they are great at doing other people's job and they are horrible at doing their own job. And if they were to evaluate themselves over the things that they should be doing, they would fire themselves.
I completely agree with you. Another thing, Brandy, I think uh, there is also an element of fear somewhere. Licensing, what if I lose my data? But the parents are not ready to uh, move to a new technology. There are a lot of fear factor over here playing.
I
So
like
that's
that.
another factor which is like kind of pulling them back to uh, not changing. I mean, nobody likes change. If there is a paper and a pen to check in and check out, everybody wants to do that. They don't want to do like punch in or show a QR code for check in check out. Coming to the first point, we have started this service where if you send us all the documents in paper format, we can convert it into a digital. We can set up all your children. We can create invoices. We can set up recurring invoices. We can set up schedulers. We can do everything for you one time so that you can start running. You don't have to input all the data, because we do understand that some of the facilities don't have the resources, like who would, and like an office manager or an admin manager who can do that.
Yeah, that's really good. I agree with that. And then that fear of change, but I want you guys to think about how we change. When direct deposit first came out, the school district, and I work for HISD, they were giving us paper checks. Now, if somebody gave me a paper check, I'm like, I gotta go to the bank. And now look at this. Now you don't even have to go to the bank if some odd person besides the IRS. Now I do cash the IRS checks. Anytime I don't have to send them a check and they send me one, I cash it. I cash it fast. But now think you don't even have to go to the bank to cash a check. You can take a picture of it. So times are evolving. And if you don't evolve with the time, you will become extinct. Right? So you have to ask yourself, are you going to become a daycare dinosaur? And you're going to be so far behind. You're up at night at 10 o'clock doing payments, writing out written notices on sticky notes of who owes you money. I mean, it's time to level up. Same thing with staff. I love the fact that someone said, listen, I'm sick of getting text messages with my schedule. I don't want to get paper checks. I want to know what's going on my job. And so you hire a better quality of people and you attract a better quality of parent when you manage better. So it's nothing to be afraid of but fear itself. So if you guys are ready to step out of fear and step into fantastic, let me know in the chat and just type I'm ready. What we did tonight is I talked to Raul before we got on, and he really is passionate about not just helping you with the management, but also helping you bring clients into your business. So those of you who use this link below, pre to three with Brandy, that's in the ticker. Not only will you guys get a free demo and a free 30-day trial, but you will also get some follow up from him and his team. And you can ask questions about, what is the best fit for you? Because you don't have to do everything at one time, but you do have to do something. So, Raul, I have this question, and then I really do want you to show them a little bit about what pre to three can do. And then I'm going to tell them at the end how you saved me over $15,000. Is that okay? Can I tell our business?
Awesome.
All right.
You,
Go ahead.
I mean, that would be great. I mean, it is a wonderful case study for us also.
Yay. Well, good, good, good. So, I want you guys to make sure that you go ahead and you get your free trial. If you're already with Pre to Three, awesome. If you have any questions from them, they're happy to answer. If you could take what I call my dinosaur daycares, and these are daycares that do a great job taking care of kids, right? But they're still in a position where they're overwhelmed with paperwork. They don't have any reminders set up. They can't talk to many people, so they're always talking to one people. If there was one thing that they could do to level up and they just had to choose one, what would you tell them to do first?
Take a step back, give yourself some time, and get organized. That's it. And I can't put enough emphasis on taking that step back and giving your time to plan, because every daycare owner, and there are so many daycare owners I work with within the Millionaire group, and I talk to each one of them and I can see how much pulled down they are, and they are so much full of energy, but still, like, working within the facility is taking them, pulling them down. So if you can plan, if you can get organized, if you can set up your priorities, that come what may, starting 1st June, I'm not letting anybody check in on paper. It's going to be a $10 fine. It's going to be a $20 fine if you are not paying by online. It's not going to be, you cannot come to childcare and tell me that, oh, today I'm going to pick up my son late. No, you have to text me. If you take that decision, if you put your foot down with the parent community, I think it will change a lot. The change needs to starts with you, with the owners.
Absolutely. And I love that because I mean, there are centers on wait lists all over the world. And I can guarantee you, we now we're using Pre to Three. If to get on our wait list, we send them a one-time invoice today of their registration in their first week to even get on the wait list. 2 years ago, I would have died. And I was like, oh, I would have been so scared to do that. And do you know those parents are paying left and right? Oh yes, I need that position for the summer. Okay, mothers is getting pregnant when they are. I had a mother 2 months. She's like, "Can I get on the waiting list? Can I pay my first week?" Because now they know that is the standard, and the more organized you get, the more people are going to want to come to you, and they're going to do what they have to do to stay there, just like you do what you have to do to stay on the food service program or to get state subsidy. You conform to what the systems that they have. So now we have to make our clientele conform to the systems we have so we can focus on the main thing, which is children. Oh, Janice, absolutely they can. So this is a good question. Some people are asking questions about what the program can do. So this is a good time, Raul, for you to share some of the highlights and bells and whistles. And at the end, I'll share my favorite things. So you're welcome to share your screen. Guys, while he's sharing his screen, if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat and I'll make sure that we go through some of those questions at the end. Now, we're not going to be able to go over everything that Pre to Three does, but we're going to give you enough information for you to at least schedule a demo with the link bit.ly Pre to Three with Brandy. Now, if you go another link and you don't get your free month, don't blame me because I told you what you needed to do. Raul is my friend. Not only he is my friend, he is a sponsor of the Childcare Millionaires Conference for our last 3 challenges where you've gotten Remarkables and wireless doorbells and tablets and Chromebooks. You guys should be thanking Raul for he has made a year commitment to Childcare Millionaires to make sure you guys get the education you need and we can sprinkle in some of those extra gifts. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Raul, I'm going to be quiet and let you do your thing.
Thank you, Brandy. So, I mean, once I log into my Pre to Three dashboard, I can practically see my whole facility over here. I can see the recent check-in, check-outs of my staff members, what time they checked in, checked out. I can see my live ratio. I can see the fee management, and I can see the upcoming events if I have scheduled any events. This is like, the basic thing you need to know every day. Just a quick tip over here. This stuff is like, this is only for the staff, recent check-in checkouts, and the student count and live ratio. It's calculated every 30 minutes or 1 hour, depending on how you do your settings. Okay, so if I go to school management and if I go to room management, let me show you the schedules. If you see over here, you can set up a schedule for all your students and all your staff members. So I did hear some of you saying that the staff has the same schedule, but the student would not have the same schedule, and you would know exactly uh, which student is going to come, what is the expected uh, like the ratios that day. So you would have this facility over here. You can do the recurring schedule every week. The schedule is going to be repeated, or you can set up a new schedule. This is all blank right now because this is a demo account, but you can just create a student schedule over here, and you can make it recurring days of the week, and you can repeat every week, or you can select the name of the student. That's as simple as this, like nothing very complicated. So this is a student thing which you can start using it. Events, this is where the calendar is. You can see all the upcoming events of your facility over here, like, maybe your parent teacher meeting, your staff meeting. You can schedule, you can invite people to this meeting, and you can see the RSVP. It just works like any Google Calendar. You create an event and you send them RSVP. You send them an invite, they would RSVP you. So this is one. And check-in, check-out. Check-in, check-out works for both staff and the student. It usually works on an tablet. So you really need to invest on either an Android tablet or an iOS iPad. Once you do that, you would have everybody gets the unique code. And once they punch in their code or show the QR code to the camera, they are checked in. And through this feature or module over here, you can see their check-in, check-out time, and you can create their reports. So you can go and, sorry for this. You will have all the students checked in, checked out time, and total hours they have spent. Same way, you can see the staff information over here, and staff every time they check in and check out, you will be able to log in. You will be able to see the total hours. If a staff forgets to check in or check out, you can do a manual entry as well. So this is another cool feature we have, check in, check out. And I have seen some of the successes with the facilities. They have used the check-in, check-out feature the first, just to get everybody on board, because that's something which you do every day. Then they started using communication and fee management and scheduling. They have rolled out features one at a time, and not everything at one go. So this is something which you can just have, I mean, keep in mind to. This is the most important and a very widely used feature which Pre-to-3 has, which is called fee management. It gives you complete data of paid amount, past dues, upcoming dues, and declined payments, because it's in online payments. Sometimes you get a credit card declined or a ACH is declined. You see all the declined payments. Paid amount is only the last 30 days. Past dues is last 365 days. You can check the history over here, upcoming dues and declined amounts. So this is it's pretty simple. If you start using it, it's all the students are data inputted over here, and then you can create one-time invoice or a recurring invoice. A recurring invoice is due every month, first day, uh, any date you select. It could be monthly cycle, it could be bi-weekly cycle, or a weekly cycle. Once you have that, once you set up an invoice, a recurring invoice, you don't need to again go up and set up invoice. The cool part is if the parent sets up an auto pay, they don't even have to make the payment. So if you have a tuition fee, which is like $200 per week, all you have to do is set up a recurring invoice, and uh, the parents would be able to pay from uh, the invoice. And once they set up an auto pay, neither you, neither parents have to bother about fee payment. This is there. Another interesting thing which most of the people are interested in is reporting section, uh, daily attendance summary, room ratio reports. You can create over here. You can select a room, maybe all. You can select a student over here, one, and then you can select a start date, and you can select an end date. You can select multiple students, or you can just select one student, and you can just apply. And automatically a report would be created. This particular student was present 4 days, and the days he attended. If you download this report, you will be able to see the full report over here. Or you can have the full class report, or you can have just a full school report, depending on how you want the reports. These are the student reports, activity report, age report, allergy reports. Any students have a particular allergy, if the data is filled up, you can see all the allergy reports over here. Emergency contact report, something which is very interesting. You can take a printout, put it in your file, put it in the front desk for your staff to just call them up or send them an email. Medication report. Sometimes some students are taking medication at the school. You have the authorization. You have all the records over here. Parents can fill it up on the student data, student information section, and you can get the reports. These are the staff reports. All the staff who are active, check-in, check-out reports of the staff, and staff contact reports. If you just want to reach out to any of the staff via phone number or email address, you can straight away do that. This is very interesting. The billing report, aging, you can see the reports on how many students tuition fee is pending. Uh, depending on how the students have been paying, you can see that. You can see fee reports, collection reports, you can check. It goes very granular. You can see each and every student's fee collection. You can also have your revenue or business intelligence on your room. So if you have a toddler room and a preschool room, you can exactly find out which of your room is giving you most revenue. And you can focus your business, you can make your decisions, and you can plan your marketing based on your demand. And you can also plan your staffing based on your revenue. So this becomes very important tool for you to like uh, plan. These are the past due reports, which is again very important. So yeah, the biggest thing about pre-to-3 is the simplicity, the how simply things can be used, because we understand that uh, most of the features which are there in pre-to-3 is what you need. You don't need many features. You don't need to make it over complicated. Uh, and if you are running 1, 2, or 3 locations, anywhere between 20, 25 children, little less, all the way up to 100, 120, or 150 children, um, it meets all your needs. So it's simple, it's affordable, it doesn't break your bank account, and the servicing is one of the best in the industry. I mean, I can take a pride in the servicing. Pre-to-3 is always there as far as service is concerned. So that's what it is. You can try it out. You can play with the tool. You can add data of your students. If you want, my team can help you get everything. If you have any documents, my team can help you uh, getting online.
Yes, and we have a lot of questions. So I wanted to make sure that we answer the questions. Some of they are state specific. I'm gonna suggest that you ask those in your demo, because if you fill out that link, they will ask any questions. And one thing I love about Preta 3, they're not white labeling someone else's product. So they're developers. So if your state has to have something, they can make that report happen. So I'm going to say your answer when it comes to reports, if you needed to show certain elements, if those elements are in the system, of course we can run that report. Would you agree with that, Raul?
Of course, yes.
Yeah, so as long as the elements are in the system, we can. So, does it have a calendar feature? I think we got that answered. You can upload your calendar. Your parents can see your calendar. Um, can the parents enter their child's schedule themselves?
No, the schedule has to be entered by the facility. The parents can see the schedule because you
Um,
decide the schedule.
Exactly. I have a question, because I know in some states they have to input kids scheduling. I in Texas, I love Texas more and more, Raul. Our ratios are high compared to some states. You know, we can have 11 toddlers. I was talking to a center today. They're like, we can only have 4 toddlers to one. I say, let me stay in Texas. So let me stay in Texas. But can the teachers input their children's schedule?
Admin and sub-admin can input the children's schedule.
Okay, so it doesn't mean that you have to do it yourself. The trial is for 30 days, and then you can still play around in it, but it won't be active. Am I saying that correct, Raul?
That's right. All your data would be there, but after 30 days, it will not let you use more of the features.
But the pricing is so super competitive. Um, that I believe that it's great. Janice asked a good question. It was one of my questions, so I'm gonna put it. Does it integrate with IntelliKids? Christina is another friend of the Childcare Millionaires family. So tell them about this great news.
We are working with them to integrate with IntelliKids, so it would be sooner than later the integration would happen.
Yes. But until then, it takes about 1 minute to enter that information and you're good to go. So this was a state approval. Tanisha, I'm going to say make sure that you ask them on the call, and I'm sure that their team could do whatever they needed to do. I think this is a question that you may need to ask on the call. And I see Raul writing, so that means he is taking note.
Yeah, I have.
Ooh, Rosanna asked the old messy question. Now, I know my answer to this question, but I'm going to let you answer it first. How do you guys differ?
Three critical differences. We are service wise, we are better than them. You will never have any challenges in service. After sales service, we don't, I mean, if you call us, if you email us, if you like text us, we are always there. So service is better than both. Pricing is affordable. We don't break your bank. And the third and the most, I think, which is very important thing, important to our software, is our software is simple to use. It's not very complicated. It doesn't take a lot of time to understand the software. These are the three things which I think what my customers like about us. Rest, Brandy is using it, so I would let Brandy speak if something is more to it.
Well, I like that it's all inclusive. Like, one thing that I just like to know what I'm paying, and I'm gonna pay that, and I don't have to pay 19 different levels to figure out what I need. So I love an all inclusive service. That's one of the things that I thought. I was with the B word for a long time, and then they just stopped responding. And I don't know why. And I wasn't the only person that had this problem. There were childcare owners in different groups like, what's going on with the B company? I don't know what happened, but they kind of stopped communicating. I like the fact that if I have a question, I am going to get a live answer. Francesca says the service is amazing, and I agree. And not only um, will there, it's not just like I'm sold to and then I'm done with, right? I'm sold to and then I'm serviced, and the focus is retention. And I really love that. For me, that means relationship means everything. For someone to call and say, hey, I heard you were having a problem. Let's fix it. Let me get an answer to you. That to me means the world to me. A lot of companies, you just cannot get a human, or better yet, just a response to an email. So those are the things I like. And I definitely think the pricing is competitive, more than competitive. And I love the fact that you guys can add on marketing services if you want to, but if you don't want to, you can just use the management. That's my
Yes.
favorite part. All right. Some other questions. Can you send daily reports? Yes. I was like, Raul, why didn't you show this? They're called activities. So I'm going to put the screen back on, and maybe we could go to the daily activity section.
Sure. 1 minute.
In our teachers, we choose what daily activities they must have because they have a plethora of daily activities. So you just simply go to add an activity, and you can add an activity for your whole class, or you can add an activity for one student. So sleep time, outdoor play, potty time, milk time, snack time, an event, medication. Someone was asking about that. If you were giving a kid, um, amoxicillin, because that is our favorite thing to give kids for some reason, you can. Or you can get, if everyone is eating lunch, you can put what everyone ate, so there's so many things that you could do. You can time stamp it. You can use a previous time, because a lot of times we're not putting in the information when it happens. We're doing it at nap time, so it makes it really, really good. So that answers Tamisia's, can you do incident reports? The answer is absolutely you can. Um, we don't put incident reports in the system. I'm going to tell you why. My attorney, he would kill me because people screenshot stuff. So this is a Brandy thing, a who thing. Y'all say my name in the chat like Beyonce. Say my name, right? This is a Brandy thing. This is a Coach Brandy thing. Go ahead and put Coach Brandy in the chat if you want me to tell you, because this is not a state regulation thing. Yes, you can upload pictures, you can upload video, you can send out links in your messages to your newsletter. You can send out pictures in your broadcast. Okay. Coach Brandy thing. Okay. We only use our communication app for positive communication. We don't talk about bobos, boo boos, accidents, any of those things in our app because it's too screenshotable. If a kid would fall and hurt themselves, we ain't doing that through the app. We're going to pick up the phone and we're going to go old school and we're going to talk to the parent. Now, if the parent asks for follow up or they had a question, we will follow up in the app. But there are just certain things that we don't put in the app. Now, we give medicine, we do give that. If a kid had a massive diarrhea explosion, because it does happen, we're not sending pictures of that at all. We may say, we need some more clothes tomorrow. But there are certain things that parents can misconstrue in text, and certain things don't need to be recorded certain ways. But that's a coach Brandy thing. All right. Just a coach Brandy thing. So we talked about daily reports, all the reports, how much they ate. Yes, Tamicia, you can do all of that. Yay! Congratulations. Danae says they also do the best websites. We'll talk about that at the end. Is there a signature area for parents in the check-in and check-out? I believe our parents use the PIN code, but can they do a signature? Bianca, is that required in your state?
Some
Rahul.
Yeah,
Can,
some states do require signature, wet signature, but more and more states are going for codes because they're individual codes and they are stamped by the person. So when you generate a report, and if the code is say given to you 1 2 3 4, and you punch in that code, it will show Brandy Woods. So it will show your name and not just the code. So that is something which is unique to you.
all right. Kelsey said, does this program have a downloadable program? I'm going to say not that I know of. I don't know why you would want that. I'm assuming that you think maybe the internet will go down or something like that. But unless every cell phone tower in the world goes down, we're good because it's an app and you can use it through cellular data as well. Um, and then I'm sure they have all kind of backup services. So I would love to know more about where this question is going. But Raul, you want to answer this one?
Brandy, you answered it. No, it's not a web-based. It's a web-based program, and it's not a desktop-based program. You can use it as an app, and you can use it as a on web. And yes, Brandy, absolutely right that in today's world, everything is on cloud, everything is secured, so you don't need a lot of data to run this program.
And the reason why you would want this to be web based because it's intuitive. I can be at home in my bed and I know what my ratios are. I can be at home in my bed and I know how much money I made. I'll be like, ching, 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 ching. And then they send me a nice little message. You have money. I thank you for that money. And so I really like that. I can't, the reason why I love it being web based and I also love it being app based for my teachers is because people naturally use their phones and tablets. So it's just such a natural use. It's not clunky, it's not difficult. And our teachers, we were able to change over in stages because we did change over from another software. We were able to change over in stages, right? We changed over our teachers first, then we changed over our students, then we did payments, and then we did payments, and the last thing we did was the clock in, clock out. And because we did that in integrations, every integration made it necessary for people to use the app, right? And so when we stopped saying, oh, you either have to go and get, go and get cash, and we charge, they don't want to go do that because people don't have cash. Or if they use our merchant machine, we charge a $10 fee now. They were like, $10. Yep, that's what we charge. And so every iteration. And then now our fourth iteration is the PIN code. Our food service company is one of those who makes us have wet sign-in sheets, not because of me, but because of they had a deficiency and they need that. That's cool. I don't mind that, but my parents, they sign in the keypad. My administrators, they sign in. We don't do any paper passing with COVID protocols, and we haven't had any problems. So the more you make parents need it, the more they're going to use it. If you don't use features for staff, they're not going to use it. So if they're clocking in there, or you're sending your messages there, or they're finding their schedule there, it's going to force a person to get on board. Yes, they can pay their tuition. I like that. That's my favorite part. Oh, this was a good question. And we're almost out of time, guys. We have about 3 more minutes. Immunization and tracking. Can you do it?
We are just launching that in this quarter. We are testing it. So all the immunization records, including COVID, including all the state approved immunization format is getting uploaded. So you should be able to start using it from next quarter. We would be testing it and we would be launching it in this quarter.
Yay. Thank you. Tamicia had my question because I was like, listen, what you ain't going to do is see my money. So can you answer this question, Rahul?
Apart from you, nobody can see your money. You and your sub admin, whomever you get right. So your money is safe. Nobody can see it.
I love that. So, my executive assistant, he has access, and my director has access because I gave her access, but she doesn't have to have access to put in students. You can make them a sub admin. So, parents, yes, they can pay. I think we've answered this question. She said the one word is awesome. I love this. I love it. I love it. I love it. Pre to three is definitely an upgrade. And it doesn't hurt your pocket. Raul doesn't like to talk about his prices. I think he has the best prices. That would be what I would lead with. But I think Raul is just like, money is just not the issue. It's just I want to help. I want to be convenient. So the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna tell you guys how I saved $15,000 switching over to pre to three, which more than paid for my app services, and Raul does 90% of our marketing for Childcare Millionaires. Um, is First of all, they have the app, which is great. And then if you need help with other marketing things, which when you get on the call, they will talk to you. But this is our premier and our preferred app. This is the app of Childcare Millionaires. We know that there are other apps. We don't badmouth anybody, but the B people still owe me some explanations after I was with them for 5 years and no one can return my call. So, but I'm not going to be petty. I'm going to be pre to three. Okay. So for me, it was a great move. And I love the fact that they had other services that I can add on if I wanted to. And if I didn't want to have to. So if you want to know how I save $15,000, put 15 in the chat. Thank you, Kelsey. And Raul will be at the Child Care Millionaires conference. Raul, tell them about the conference, and then I'm going to tell them about the $15,000 you saved me.
Oh, I'm going to be there. You can meet me, meet my team member. I'll be there. I'll love to meet each one of you, answer any questions you have. Just the energy over there is so exciting. It's like, I'll be there.
Yay. So we are going to have a really, really, really good time. So how many of you pay merchant fees in your center? Your parent swipes the card and you get a portion of that payment. If that's you, put me in the chat. So for us, we have paid. I went back and calculated about how much I think that we paid in merchant fees. I have the hard number for the last 3 years. We paid upward of $15,000 every year in merchant fees because of the amount of transactions that we do. They charge you that 3% or 2 point whatever percent. They charge you PCI scan fees. They charge you paper statement fees. They charge you fee for charging you the fee. Anybody out there with me? Well, if you do, 3%, 3 to 5%, because really it works out to about 5% with all of the fees. If you take 5% of $1 million, let's talk about it. How much money are you giving away? One of the things that I love about pre to three is that we can pass on that cost to the parent. And for me, that's a major. If every student in your organization is paying you $10,000 a year, 300 of that is going to fees. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. And you are losing that cost. What if you could use that money that you save on merchant processing to get a VA or to get an assistant to help you with technology, to get someone to make sure your teachers are using the app? So not only were we able to save money in merchant fees, not only are we able to save our directors time because we can send them a payment report. This is who hadn't paid. They don't have to pull money out of the payment box, record it on a piece of paper, send a message to the parent. They don't have to do all of that. because Pre to 3 is going to send them that automated invoice. So my directors have told me that they're saving 8 to 10 hours a week just not having to track down payments and track down people. So that's not even including the money I'm saving on that. That's about what? It's 52 weeks a year. So that's about 500 clock hours per center that we're saving in just fee management. And I can pass on this fee to my parents. So each of my centers paid last year a little over like $7,000 in fee management. And God knows how many other situations that where we're probably saving money with Pre to 3. But that's one place I can track it. Like I can see the difference of that, $600-700 come out of my account at the end of the month for the credit cards that we process. So for me, that overly pays for the service. And it also gave us additional money to have additional office support, additional part-time office manager. So I just want to thank you, Raul, for making us streamline, for making me able to see my business in a snap of a finger. I can see what employees are on, schedule, what students are there, how much money we've collected, how many activities that they have reported. I can see what my parents are saying. So you have really truly made the management of our centers just easier and cost effective. So we thank you.
Thank you so much, Brandy. I love Millionaire Association and I feel this is home, and anything I can do to make the lives of owners better.
Yay. So, guys, I want to thank you. Come and meet me and Raul. As Ashley said, there are 16 more days into the conference, and we definitely 100% want you there. All you have to do is believe in yourself enough to invest in yourself. And we want you to go to childcare events. Go to childcareevents.com and grab your ticket. And along with grabbing your ticket, just know that we are excited and we're going to do everything we can at that conference to prepare you for the rest of the year. Don't forget to sign up for your free trial with Pre to 3. Even if you just get the information, it's a way to let Raul know that you appreciate all of his love and support for Childcare Millionaires. When you see our website, our Instagram page, when you see our Facebook page, you're seeing the hands of Raul. When you see our emails going out, you are seeing his company at work. So if you believe that we're showing up in the world the great way, then you should go and talk to him and do that free trial. For the virtual link, you still go to childcareevents.com, and there is a virtual ticket, but you can use the code HOT NEWS to get 50% off your virtual ticket until Sunday at noon. Hot news to get 50% off your ticket until Sunday at noon, and that's only for virtual tickets. That is not for in-person tickets. For in-person tickets, we only have, I believe, 3 to 5 tickets. I don't know. Someone told me they were purchasing, so I don't know if they did or they did not. But if you want to come to the conference and you want to attend virtually, all you have to do is go to Childcare Events. You can use the code Hot News to get 50% off. I hope that you guys signed up for the trial. If you signed up for the trial, let me know in the chat. I want to know. I want to welcome you to the Pre to 3 family and to the conference.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Lamar Tyler, creator and founder of Traffic, Sales, and Profit. And if you are in the child care industry, there is only one place you should be. It's only one person you should be connected with, and that is Brandy Woodsmith. Listen, this event, right, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. Guess what? I'm going to be there. But this event is specifically crafted and curated for you, for your industry, and for individuals like you, right, in your business to find out how to catapult yourself from the center you have today to the center you've always dreamed of. I'm talking about unlimited supply of children that you're helping, that you're molding. I'm talking about parents that you're lifting the burden off of. I'm talking about an impact, right? A social impact in your communities and an economic impact to your bottom line. That is what this event is all about. You are officially connected to the best with Brandy and her team, and I cannot wait to see you at her event in May. You better be there.
Yay. So, guys, I really want you to be there. Raul, thanks again for being with us tonight. We truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Kelsey says she signed up. I can't wait to have all of you guys in the Pre to Three family and to enjoy it as much as I do. Raul, before we leave, you have any final statements?
Thank you so much, Millionaires family and Brandy. We love you, and the work you are doing for the childcare owners is beyond any expression. So we love you so much to bringing this group together and all the support you have for Pre to Three.
Yay. Thank you so much. We
Thank you.
really appreciate your support and we thank you guys. So listen, guys, don't let this opportunity pass you by. Sign up, come to the conference. We want to make sure that you get a seat, you get a ticket, you don't miss out. If you're at the live conference, don't forget to register for your room. We send out an email today. The room link is also on childcareevents.com. It's the last day to get in the hotel block. Don't forget, we serve meals. We serve lunch on Friday and Saturday. We serve the breakfast at the gospel breakfast on Sunday and Friday for our captain's ball. We have refreshments. So if you're thinking about coming, just know we take care of you first class. You're gonna have a wonderful time. Don't meet me there. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. I cannot wait to see you guys in Houston. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you soon, but I'll definitely see you at the bank. You guys have a wonderful night. See you soon.